Yo!
It's good.
We back, y'all.
Baby.
It's been a nice little hiatus, but we back.
Nice break.
95 the podcast.
A lot
How
of
long
stuff
has
that
it been?
happened,
How long
so
has it been?
It's been long enough, man.
It's been a few months.
95 the podcast, the flyest podcast on the planet. Hip My Minded podcast for millennials. We got sports, music, dating, sneakers, fashion, culture. We a one-stop shop for flyness. We
Yes,
back.
sir.
Today I got the whole crew in here, the 95 crew in here. Everybody say what's up.
What up, y'all?
What up,
What
y'all?
up? What up? What up?
You already know I'm your creator and host, Scooter, Mikey, Scooter the Guy. You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, Mike G. Luciano, and you can also follow me on Snap. Same thing, Scooter the Guy. Guys, reintroduce yourselves. It's been a minute since we dropped on the airwaves. To the left, started off.
Yo, what up, y'all? This E, Eric. Y'all can check me out on IG. Check E out. That's check_E_out. Yeah, just been a minute since I hollered at y'all, and we finna have some fun tonight.
Let's go. Keep it going.
Yo, what up? This D, Derek. You can check me out on Instagram, Derek Moldrew. My whole government name out there, Instagram and Twitter. Hey, check my TikTok out too. No, I'm just joking.
I say,
I'm
really,
bullshit.
my guy?
I ain't got no TikTok. I'm,
doing-
I'm grown ass man. I ain't got no
10-second
TikTok.
You
I'm
doing
just
our
playing.
West challenges? Oh, wow.
Wow,
We
let me
find out you
Let me find
Mahomes'
out.
little brother.
Nah, I'm just messing around, man.
Keep it going. Who's next?
Hey, yo, it's Rio. You know, we back one more time, baby. You can follow me on IG, @Cole_Ray. And check me out, man. Still gonna say I'm one of the best tubes in the city.
He gonna let you know every
Gonna let
time.
you know every time.
This guy. Hey, but when we was playing our league, man, I kept telling you, man, you got the green light. Shoot it.
True
Man,
that.
you trying to pass. I said, man, you pass me the ball one more damn time, but just shoot the fucking
I
rock.
gotta get guys involved.
I'm trying to get LeBron on.
Man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. So it's a lot of things going on. First,
Yes.
we definitely want to touch on the pandemic situation, coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it.
Crazy
control.
situation.
It's a lot going on. We definitely want to tell all our listeners and all our fans, please stop. Don't panic. Be mindful. Please wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Please.
It's something you should be doing.
You gotta socially distance
That you
yourself,
should be doing.
man.
If you're 35, you should be washing your hands for 35 years. But
Wash
you
your
know.
hands. Wash your ass.
that's
Yo, I feel like this is my moment. Like I'm a bit of a loner, so it's like, yo, socially distance yourself. Like, get away from people. I'm like, yeah, I feel that in my bones.
Yeah. See, I was telling my old man, like, shit. As an extrovert, this is an extrovert's worst nightmare.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what
for
I'm saying.
real.
I feel like this is my
Man.
moment.
Yeah.
Everything I like to do, I can't fucking do right now, man.
Isolation.
I'm like,
They be
damn. I
shutting.
like shit. Let me
They got
sit my ass
everything
down. I
on-
can't go to
on
the
lock.
gym. Like, let me just chill.
it's
Ooh.
crazy.
None.
It's
But yeah,
crazy.
everybody, man, just don't panic, man. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Be mindful. If you got a cough or whatever, make sure you don't cough out in public or whatever. Cover your mouth, man. Just be wise. Psh,
Just be mindful of
be
where you
mindful,
at.
man.
Wash your hands. I mean, it's people saying, it's like the flu, but still you don't want the flu. So, I mean, shit, do what you got to do to prevent yourself from catching anything. So,
It's important to
Facts.
do things to boost your immunity, man. Get enough rest when you can. Try to eat a little bit differently,
exactly.
man.
Drink Hennessy. All
No,
that.
drink tequila,
One man said drink Hennessy.
Drink Hennessy. Yeah.
Whatever you got to do, man.
Fellas, what y'all sipping today, man? What y'all sipping?
I ain't even
Are
drinking
y'all
Hennessy. I'm on, well, we got some Humidor. We got some
Avion,
Julio,
some Avion.
Tequila Fridays.
Tequila Fridays.
Yeah.
Is that a Lent thing or something, man?
Not even. I mean, shit. That's what we on today. So, yeah, just some clear, just some little
Clear.
just a little tequila.
I hear that, man.
Yeah, I can't dabble with too much, too many choices. Like once you get older, like you pretty much stick with what you like. You really don't be like,
Yeah.
I'm finna drink some gin today.
I don't
Like,
drink
nah.
nothing
It's
but
not- it's not-
tequila and whiskey. That's
Yeah,
it.
tequila and
That's
cognac.
it.
It's not like
yeah.
it's not like them college days where
Yeah, college. You
You
had
just drink anything.
What's
get your
this?
hands
Yeah.
on.
this?
right. What's this?
You
on
just
some
grab it,
plastic
whatever
bottle.
you see. Yeah.
Oh, Everclear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me that.
Yeah, let's mix this.
90
No.
Quick
Nice.
before we get into a quick little thing, man. I don't, y'all went to school up here, but y'all know I went down bottom. They had this vodka. It was like, you know how they had Dimitri here?
Yeah.
It was a vodka down there that they had called Aristocrat.
Oh yeah, they got that up
got
here.
it.
We just
Yeah,
don't never
right.
buy it.
Yeah, I
Hey.
didn't say that. I know that. I seen
That's
it.
one of them plastic bottle joints.
Yeah.
Real
Uh-huh.
shit. That shit was like $9 for like a fifth.
Yeah.
And like freshman year, I remember like Walkerwood dorm.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dudes used to be banging that Aristocrat app, man.
Bro, when
I'm
you,
talking about it's headache juice.
when
It's
you
straight up
young-
headache
All
juice.
day.
when you young, you drinking anything. You be like, all right, liquor is liquor, but it really ain't. Once you get older, you like, nah, I'm not finna.
Your
I'm
body
not
don't
drinking no-
recover the same.
You start
way.
to question
Right.
your integrity. Like, what was I thinking?
Exactly.
Like, who the fuck was I?
You be seeing grown motherfuckers still on the line with some bump. You know, blue. Right. Motherfuckers
That's
be
some
40 years
Chicago
old. in line
lingo.
with the
Tell them what the
bump.
bump is.
Hey,
Oh,
D,
this is
that's that 95th in LaSalle.
See,
shit.
on the real.
We used to go to
yeah,
LaSalle.
bumpy,
Yeah,
Straight
that
bumpy face.
bumpy face.
or the blue top, or the Seagrams, or the blue label.
Yeah, the
like,
blue
bro,
label, yeah.
Like you just finna die.
Hey,
like.
hey, that Seagram's apple, right on the
yeah.
way to Jaguar.
On the way to
Smoke
Jag,
you-
on the way to Bar Level.
Smoke you some
y'all
dirt
ain't-
weed.
Y'all ain't trying to talk
Get
about
you
that,
like
though.
3 for 10.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
Reggie.
$10 before what? 11
Yeah.
to get in. Yeah, in the Jaguar.
It was Sunday.
Yeah.
We was at the Jag
Secrets.
every
Secrets.
Sunday.
Oh, Secrets
Secrets.
Thursday and Sunday.
Oh,
See, y'all-
man.
we be here all day talking
Yo,
about
Okay,
this.
yeah, we gotta get- we
used
gotta
to go
get
in there and
it
get
on.
$50 bottles. And
We
be a
got,
superstar.
hey, we gotta get into it, man. Let's go,
Oh,
man.
man.
All right, so it's been a minute since we all been together. Last time we really touched on dating and stuff is when I had the girls come through. So
Yeah, that was a good
I think we need to
episode,
touch upon it or whatever and stuff. So we really need a guy's perspective. So the first thing I definitely want to touch on is actually not just dating, but the actual date situation itself, right? So we know that the ladies love like a $200 date, right? So as
Go ahead.
Let's get into it, fellas. Like real talk, what constitutes a good date for y'all, individual, each one of you?
What kind of state's a good day? I mean, at the end of the day, it really depends on the person you with. Like, you can really just
So you say person?
like the person, like the vibe that
Sort of
that y'all
vibe
got,
for you.
yeah, that y'all got going on. Like, if y'all got good chemistry, good energy, then it really shouldn't matter what y'all do. I mean, definitely switch it up. Like, it's levels of the types of dates, you know what I'm saying, that you can go on.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to get comfortable with, you know, your basic dates, your movies, your bowling and shit like that. Like, you know, maybe you want to spend a few $100, you know what I'm saying, nice steak dinner, nice, you know,
Yeah.
play or something like that. Like, switch it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just really depends on the vibe. Like, I mean, a good date could be, you know, getting some food or going to a rooftop. You know, y'all could go to the zoo, like just some you know, some chill dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that people really don't think about no more.
You know what my definition of a good date is? A date that you have fun on.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
that's
gonna
simple.
say. That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
simple.
it. Yeah.
And then
Like-
too, like if it's first date or like subsequent dates, it makes a difference to me. Like first date, yeah, you probably do something traditional, go to get something to eat or something. I want to sit down with you, talk to you, see if like we vibing. But like after that, I want to do something fun. Like I want to do something, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, something different. You know what I mean? So it depends. But the main ingredient is like, do you enjoy being around that person? Like, y'all
Absolutely.
can figure out what to do after that.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
But then too, with the dating thing, is like you do want to see like if a person got any kind of sense. So a lot of times I might throw a
You
wrench
learn
in
that
there.
when they
You
get
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
car.
I got to be able to hold some kind of
This
conversation
motherfucker's
with you.
stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
can I talk to this mother?
But you
Right,
low key want to
exactly.
you want to get that vetting process going prior to that
Prior
because you
to
want to
that.
know
Exactly.
you want to
I wanna
know
know
who
how
you
you acting.
you
I
want to know
I got a
who,
question.
you
Show
want to
me the
know who you got
Carfax.
getting in your car.
But I need
Show
to know
me
who
the
you got
Carfax.
in
You can't
public
get in
too.
your car.
You want to know who you got getting in the
Facts.
whip with you,
Exactly.
man.
That's facts.
Go ahead.
I got a
D.
question. What y'all think about this pre-dating situation though? Like some dudes be like, "Yeah, I'm not taking her on a for real date."
I've always
Off the
done that.
bat,
I've always done that.
I mean, that's
I'm gonna go get
cool.
some coffee or
always-
something.
I've always done that.
You don't show your whole hand.
Yeah.
Out the
But
gate.
it's like going to like a decent restaurant, your whole hand though. Like
Yeah, I mean a pre-date is. I mean, it's
I,
needed.
pre-date is technically a
It's
date,
needed.
really.
Yeah.
But it's like this.
It's just a
This
lower
is the
level
thing.
of depending on what type of
Let's
dates you want to do.
honestly, is you know what I'm saying, you want to make sure that you out with somebody whatever that got the same type of level of chemistry that you got, that you want to date somebody that has interest level that you have, and also somebody that has chemistry with you, right? So when you really like run into somebody or whatever and you decide that you want to go out on a date with a young lady or whatever, if she has a particular interest level that is what you're looking for, or whatever, it's not even gonna matter where y'all go or whatever. A pre-date, she just wanna I like this dude. Let me
want to be around you.
Where you want to go? Boom, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't even matter, and that's part of the vetting process. You want to see what that interest level is, because you know some people, some of these ladies, they'll go out just to go out. They go out because they hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll go out with Freddy Krueger because they hungry. Like, you trying to eat? Yeah, all right. Yeah. Leave them knives at the crib. Leave them knives at the crib.
At the same time, though, if she feel like, you know what I'm saying, she ain't really into you yet, like, and you come like, yo, let's go get some McDonald's or something. And then going, she ain't with it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
but honestly, I got a question for you in 2020. Who eat McDonald's?
I don't never eat that shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I care about my body too much.
Ain't eating that no more, man.
But yeah, I think really, it ain't even about the amount of money that you spend on a date. It's about it's about the vibe that you're getting from the person that you're with, and it's about the actual creativity that you put into the date or whatever. Because a lot of ladies, really, all they really want you to do is just lead, man. They want you to just take the lead. Point. And if they like you, they don't give a damn what y'all doing or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of times they want to see that you put in the effort to plan a date.
Exactly.
That's real.
Absolutely. So the whole thing about a $200 date, I really don't think it matters or
but
whatever.
then you still do have some that use that as a measuring stick.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah, like, you know, where we going? How is
not
he
to be our
paying
first and
for
last
this
date.
meal? You know what I'm saying? Like,
date.
You do have some out there. Like, I mean, they use that as a you know, as a level, you know what I'm saying, a measuring stick or whatever. So I mean, those
trying to
ones
gauge how much you into them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they not really into you. Then they really into the
worst way to gauge
to the environment, to the ambiance. So what you doing? So you got to leave them alone.
That's facts.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Any
other takes on these $200 dates?
I mean, they don't have to be $200 if you know what I'm saying, you into that person, y'all got a vibe. And shit, y'all just enjoy each other's company.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, fellas.
The simplest thing.
Be creative.
Yeah.
Lead. Make sure you lead.
Plan a date.
Plan it.
All that
don't
like,
matter.
Like when chicks be like, I'm tired of dudes texting me, be like, what you doing? I be feeling them now.
Yeah,
I understand it. I'm like, yo, like,
you can't blame them, ladies.
I can't even blame
we can't blame y'all one bit.
I be feeling y'all like y'all ain't trying to hear that.
Don't put it on her.
Dudes, like if you end up in a situation where you on a date and you count your pockets, you messed up because you ain't playing right.
You don't need to be dating.
You don't need to be dating. But on top of that, if you had planned it right, you can, you know what I'm saying, say, hey, this is where we going, this is what we doing, and that's within your range.
And honestly, we talk about the vetting process. As a guy, what you're supposed to be doing is when you talking to a woman or whatever, you're supposed to be figuring out if y'all have similar likes and interests or whatever. And you're supposed to be like taking these notes down in your head or whatever, like, okay, we like this or whatever. We like this, so we have these similarities or whatever, right? So you put that in your mental log, or whatever, and then boom, it's not a surprise. You not taking a young lady to something that she has no clue about because you actually did your homework and did what you're supposed to do as a man and led. You know what I'm saying?
And then too, I always wanna like, when I was dating, you know, I got a girl now and all that, but I mean, I still date. You know what I'm saying? I still date now. I date my girl. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I'm busting your balls. Pause. But yeah, pause.
Damn, you made me forget what I was finna say. I always wanted. That's what it was. I always want to like when I'm like, if I'm dating someone new, I want to take them somewhere, do something with them they ain't done before.
That's dope, but you also got to figure out that's something.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, that's what the screening process.
Yeah,
that's
facts.
what the pre-screen, like, you know, what do you like? What have you done? What haven't you done? It's all gonna come out, like, and it's up to you to just take them notes down.
A chick who's like, mom died in a plane crash, you can't take her bungee jumping or nothing.
Yeah,
you got to do your due. You got
to get past that. You got to get over your fears.
You got to do your due diligence. You got to do your homework.
You got to trust me. Nah, get over that.
Did you not hear me? Did you not?
Yeah,
that's true.
From a fella's perspective, from a guy's perspective, does looks matter in a relationship? And be honest, like,
yeah, it does. I mean, because
it matters.
Yeah, I mean, you can love, you can like a person. And,
you ain't gotta lie. Don't lie. It
matters. It matters. It does. You can like a person.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, looks matter.
Gotta look at you.
It's not the most important thing, but it's a very important aspect.
I think it matters more. I think it matters more to men than it does to women because men actually fall in love with their eyes. Women fall in love with their ears.
No,
that's real.
That was a deep one.
I mean, but
I'm still
facts.
thinking about it. I'm trying to
Pause.
see if I agree with that or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can say that. I mean, I feel like
Men don't fall in love with their eyes.
I think that first part is definitely true. I don't know about the other side. But
yeah. I
So you
don't
trying to
know
say
about
women
the
don't
other
listen?
side. I mean,
that's not what I said. That's not what I said at all.
Hey man, I got a lot of women fans, man. Let's not piss them off.
I said,
No, but I
that's
mean,
not what
but
I
that's
said at
right.
all.
You know,
Ladies,
that could
Every
be
text
true.
message.
I didn't say that.
DM.
He said that. I didn't say that.
I don't want no
What was all
smoke.
on?
That could be true too. But if you asking me, as far as personally, if looks matter, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you can be a dope individual. You know what I'm saying? Goals driven. You know what I'm saying? Mind driven, everything. But I still gotta look at you every day. I still gotta like,
Kinda
yo,
look at you.
yeah, like I mean, shit, being real, like shit. We gotta go out. We gotta take pictures. We gotta take selfies. Like,
Yeah.
you know
So
what
you
I'm
gotta
saying?
at
Like,
least be serviceable in the
you
look
can't be,
department.
you know,
Nah,
yeah,
I get- you
at
gotta
least
be-
serviceable.
You gotta
Yeah,
be
exactly.
serviceable.
To my standards.
To
You know
say-
what I'm saying? To whatever I like,
Yeah,
not
to say-
to what
to-
society says.
To say looks aren't important, I think you would be just ignoring like human evolution. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like
it's human nature.
Yeah.
To
Now
like,
there's some people that think
like
that
230,000
looks
years or
aren't
something that's been
important.
going on, or whatever. To be like, nah, that doesn't matter. You'll be lying to your own human human psychology. To be honest,
senses even shit.
But some people don't care. Like it's some people that think that, you know, it's the personality or how the
Personality
I mean, it
does
is,
matter.
though.
I mean,
It
but
is.
I'm just, but
But-
they
But you said
overlook. They
over
don't even
everything.
overlook, but they don't even care.
now I
about
think
the-
that's
the
when it's a
looks.
problem, when looks are everything.
Yeah, when looks
When looks are
is a
everything,
problem.
that's when it's a
definitely
problem.
a problem.
When
Like-
you're overvaluing looks to the point where you're not really paying attention to other stuff that really matters as far as
Right,
having a
right.
mate.
Right. You don't have to, with me, like, you don't have to be the best looking girl I've ever seen. You got to be attractive to me.
So you,
That's it.
Right,
facts,
right.
yeah.
So basically,
you gotta look good to me,
That's it.
yeah.
Right,
Facts.
not what society says.
Right.
not,
You gotta
know.
look good to me or something so we can procreate. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
you gotta
gotta
do
have
something for me.
facts.
Yeah.
Right, you ain't gotta have a beat face, lashes, and the, you know what
Actually,
that
some
A lot of people don't like beef
Some of that stuff
faces.
is a big turn off to me.
Yeah, a lot. of
Sometimes
it.
it's
A
too
lot of
deep.
it.
much cake.
Like you
Y'all
got
be-
like the Gatlin Chapel special and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
like
out here destroying pillowcases. 2020, all
Like,
2020.
you got the
destroying
mortician
pillowcases.
special.
man.
Right, exactly. Like it's too much.
You
And
hot-
then women, and then it's like you got to ask yourself: are women doing that for themselves, or to compete with other women, or
to compete with other women.
or to
All
to-
of that.
They
all
not
of what you
doing-
said. You
they
ain't
not-
got to say the second part.
Exactly.
All of what you
I
just
mean,
said.
right on
Women are not
They
doing
gonna
that for
compete with
us.
other women.
Women
They
are not
ain't
doing that for us.
Yeah.
Cause guess what? You could tell a
'Cause we
woman
don't-
that
we don't
certain
care
things
for
that
that.
you like her to wear,
and she still
and
should
guess
do the
what?
opposite.
Guess what? She ain't gonna wear that shit. She gonna wear what the fuck she think is gonna
Go
And I
upstate
mean,
to
it's
the
one
next
up the
one.
other girl.
Exactly.
And that's ain't nothing wrong with that. It's her face, her body. She do
Yeah,
what
I
she
don't
want,
care,
you
yeah.
know?
But-
But a lot of that is a turn off to me. So
yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can
personally.
and you can morning meet her down, and she might think she look like trash in the morning. So you know,
Yeah,
it just-
he's still morning meter.
bros.
just saying.
Hey, question though.
So,
Hey, bros, have y'all
Use that
ever dated outside y'all type? And I'm talking about like I'm not talking like casual dating first, but actual relationship too.
outside my type, I would say yeah.
hmm
Just
Me too.
Yeah, you just link. You just get a vibe with from somebody that is out of what you usually date, and that's cool.
But if you
Like,
get that vibe out of your type,
yeah, if you get that vibe out of your type, then it's
I don't think I got a
better.
type though. So.
huh?
I don't think I got a type.
That's when you start to question that. If you vibe with somebody,
Irish
not on your
Shrimmer.
type, do you have a type?
Yeah, I don't
That's when
think
you
I
start
got
to
a
think, do you have one?
Unlock the swag over there. Aight. I've dated outside my type, but I don't know. Like I think a lot of types are dope, so I really
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
There's
Yeah.
certain qualities in each
gotta
type
ask
that you
yourself,
can
do you have a type?
vibe with. So.
I'm a like very varied person as far as my likes and interests and stuff like that. So I have a lot of things that I like, a lot of different things that I like, one end of the spectrum to the other. So it's chances that I will like a woman that's on this spectrum and on this spectrum. So
Mike's spectrum just real small.
that's a lot. This guy thinks he know me or whatever.
I mean, a chick could not be your type, but she can still have some of the qualities that you like. You know what I'm saying? That draws you to her. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like if you happy with that person, then shit, it don't matter about your type. Like you gonna vibe with them or not.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I guess it's time we get into what we haven't really got to touch upon lately. And I think What all brothers love
Ooh, that's
to
a
talk
good sound.
about. NBA basketball.
Oh, they suspended.
Because it's hurting right now. We
I have
gotta
nothing to
we gotta
watch,
bring
bro.
some light
Nothing.
to this.
Real
man.
thing, guys. We understand everybody out there in coronavirus world are frustrated about the suspensions of all of the pro leagues, whatever. Baseball has been pushed back. Basketball is suspended right now. NCAA tournaments, not just
Wash.
basketball, but also the spring sports, whatever, Olympic sports
They
have been
canceled
canceled.
everything.
Totally canceled.
March Madness, all that.
It's really
Everything.
rough. And mind you, we're doing this episode, whatever, to be a relief from all of that. So we're still going to talk about the progress of the NBA so far. Don't worry, guys. Basketball will be back. And when it does get back, it'll be stronger and better than ever. It's been a great season. And we're going to touch upon everything that's going on in this season so far. So the first thing I want to ask you guys, who is your MVP as of right now?
My MVP of the league right now. Sheesh.
We're going to go around the room. E, you kick it off. Who's your MVP right now? Who you got so far?
Damn right. I mean, I got a couple. I mean, you got to throw Bron up there. Like I feel like
Pick one.
Who's
the MVP?
Right now, I would say Bron. To me, I mean, like, and he just started getting MVP talks. Really, like he's post All-Star.
Because he's been fired out of All-Star break. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he been fired, bro, and it's just like him doing this 17 years in. Like people just fail to forget what this man is doing at 17 years. Like you don't get better, or you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't keep doing that at, you know what I'm saying, damn near 2 decades. Like Mike ain't do that, you know what I'm saying? The Washington years really don't count to me, but he was like he wasn't this like at all.
What was he averaging? Was he averaging like 20?
In the Washington,
What was he averaging?
like 22.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
I knew he was averaging 20 plus.
He ain't
but
going with Bron.
but it was like
averages 30 a
But
game.
no. He was 35. That was the last dance, though. That was 98, right?
Yeah, he was cooking in 90.
So
Yeah, he
got
was
the
cooking.
MVP, got the
He was
MVP,
cooking
though.
at
He was like
35.
38.
Mike is still cooking.
He was damn near
Like,
40,
let's
but
make
he
sure our
wasn't-
revisionist history
Mike
is correct.
Mike wasn't windmilling. He wasn't catching oops.
Yeah,
He
but
wasn't
that
doing.
fadeaway
He
was-
had
He
the
was just doing.
fadeaway.
I thought he was doing
Thank God
that
he
little
could shoot.
shoulder
That's because he
thing.
was at the
Yeah.
fucking casino. What is your guy in his mouth? He was at the Horseshoe in Hammond
the
every
Horseshoe.
night.
Eat out.
Put it on blast.
With Reinsdorf.
Red 23.
But honestly, I think Bron is cooking right now. Understanding he beat Kawhi and he beat Milwaukee.
He beat all the top
in one
contenders.
weekend. But honestly, I think Bron is very, very close. But I think when we're looking at it from the perspective of what have you done for me lately, I still got to give it to Giannis right now. I still got to give it to Giannis. Giannis
Best
is still
team in the
averaging. Giannis is averaging 29.6. Bron averaging 25.6. Right, but Giannis is doing it in averaging four fewer minutes a game.
Almost 14 rebounds a game. Keep going.
Yeah. He's 13.7 rebounds a game. He got 13.7 rebounds. Bron only averages 7 points. Bron got him on assists. I ain't gonna lie. Bron got him on assists.
Bron
But
leading the league in assists, ain't he?
and honestly, sometimes what we do, we get myopic, and what we start to do is we start to look at MVP as most outstanding player or best player. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a Heisman type of award, but really it's the most valuable player. And I would say, even though Milwaukee is steamrolling a lot of teams or whatever, I would say Giannis is more valuable to his team than Bron is with the Lakers, because the Lakers still got
Bron got better support.
it's way better support.
But he has a better cast.
Yeah, facts.
Come
Come on, two guard.
Come on, the best two guard in the league.
like
Two guard, best two guard in the city.
YMCA, legend.
I done cooked a
Parking lot.
few barbecues.
Could
in a
have
while.
cooked a few maintenance men.
Yes, sir. And whoever else.
A few CTA bus drivers.
Janitor work. Nah,
in the
like
co-ops.
it's
You
so
cook
it's,
mad railroad conductors.
it's so hard for me because Giannis is having a hell of a season, and you usually don't see guys when they win the MVP. You usually don't see them the next year have better numbers
Correct.
than they had
I'd
the year
say he just
before.
won it.
So that's the problem, like with like him and LeBron. The only reason I'm saying Bron slightly right now is just simply because everybody's like, well, he's averaging less points, but I'm like, he's averaging probably 4 more assists per game than usual, and he's still leading his team. I know AD a dog. We're not gonna take that away from him. Perennial All-Star, generational player, but LeBron's still leading his team, and it's certain parts of the Lakers that still are live to be desired, like a third scorer. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
yes, they need that.
some more bench work. So I think LeBron has nights where he's carrying them, not so far as points, but more so as like leadership. So I'm giving him the slight nod right now. But this is probably one of the closest MVP races between
It
two
is.
guys.
And
in a
I'll
long
be
time.
honest, Bron has definitely closed the gap.
So
Yeah,
He's definitely closed
that's
the
my,
gap.
that's my
Especially,
perspective.
like,
What you thinking, D? You thinking Giannis too?
Yeah, you took my pick, man.
It's only two.
I know.
It's only two,
It's
yeah,
four guys talking.
Yeah,
It's only two.
it's a split.
It's a two-man race, yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm going with Giannis. Like, I just look at it like this: it's most valuable, right? Mm-hmm. Where was Milwaukee before Giannis like did anything? Before Giannis came up,
Lottery.
like,
Before he
they was in the
MVP, Giannis,
cellar.
Yeah,
Lottery.
they was AFC.
Yeah.
And then I like the fact that he's added to his game every year. He's gotten better and better every year. The kid's a freak. Like, it's Giannis to me. Like,
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Those you don't like you said
sure.
you don't see marginal improvement a year after you win the MVP. Like,
I think it's crazy how Harden was throwing all that shade at him, man. But
I ain't like that, man.
I didn't like that at all.
that was
But he
clown.
was
That was
stuck.
corny
He
as fuck.
was in a
Clown
rock
shit,
in a hard place. Like he pretty much just had to say something.
He was in his feelings.
Yeah, almost definitely.
He could have kept it classy though.
Yeah, most definitely. But
He
I
was
mean,
definitely
it
in his
was
feelings.
petty
Nah,
between
man,
both of them.
He was
Like,
he was wild.
I mean,
emo.
Giannis was throwing jabs too. Like
about
man,
the passing. And all
Yeah,
that.
I need somebody who can pass to me, and then
He wasn't lying though.
I mean, still,
Facts.
it's
He
a
wasn't lying.
jab to make Harden be like, yo, like
I'm lefty
the fuck?
gang all day. I love
Yeah,
Harden, but
and then
he
he
wasn't
kept
lying.
jabbing. Like it was like I think Giannis threw the first two. The
and
first
then
two.
Harden is more so like shit. I'm averaging 36 a game, and I ain't even in the top 3 in
Exactly.
MVP discussion.
At all.
I ain't even up there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people argue that Chris Paul having a better MVP year than James Harden.
We're gonna get in.
Well, please.
Honestly, we're going to get into that. We about to get into that right now. So
They thought CP was done.
I'm going to name
I
off.
did too.
Man,
thought
he was
we go. Wait, this is save it. So we're going to get into contenders and pretenders like we did with the NFL episode. So I'm going to rattle off some names of some teams that are in the thick of these races. And you guys are going to tell me if you think they're contenders or pretenders. And when I say contenders or pretenders, I don't
All the
mean the
way to
actual
the
be
title.
playoff team. I'm talking about to actually win a title.
Gonna win it. Okay.
So first team up, Milwaukee Bucks, contender or pretender?
Contender all the way. I mean, they best team in the league, best team in the East. They got the you can argue the front runner for the MVP. Like they definitely contenders.
Facts.
D.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one. I think they legit. Like, that's an easy one. I don't even have much of an argument to make. Like, that's the easy one.
Me either, man. Depth, MVP, coaching. I mean, it's all left for them. They just got to get out the East. That's all.
Absolutely, definitely a contender. I think Giannis is going to be the MVP. His supporting cast is not as good as Bron's, but definitely good. They can definitely make it out the East. I really think I only take 3 teams serious in the East, and we'll get to that as well. But yeah, Milwaukee is definitely a contender. Best record in the league, and when the league does start back up, I think they're going to start cooking again like they've been cooking. They've been steamrolling everybody. Toronto, contender, pretender.
Pretender.
Ooh.
Pretender. Toronto, last year they won, but I mean, of course, Kawhi was over there, and then they lost him. So unless they have like I guess that superstar, I really can't even put them in the mix. And plus, Brown was in LA last year, so I mean, the East was wide open for
That's a good point.
for the taking. You know what I'm saying? So I think they are pretenders.
I gotta agree.
Right, exactly.
Because I would tell you this: like, do you think they're a better team this year than they were last year? I don't think
Not
so.
even.
No, I don't think so.
Not even.
I think Siakam is nice. Like,
He nice.
Oh yeah, he
But-
is-
Powell nice. They
Yo,
got some guys like Lowry.
Lowry, you gonna trust
Van Vliet.
Lowry with no Kawhi in the playoffs? Lowry and Siakam, you gonna win a championship with them? I don't think so.
Van Vliet. Solid.
What you think, too, guard?
Lowry don't even
I
show
don't.
up.
I don't think that Toronto is a contender for a title.
Contender?
I think they are good enough to potentially make an East Finals run.
Uh-huh.
They have enough to do that, but when I look at them, I worry about depth, and I think that when you start to go into that bench, they get a little dicey. So if they play a team like Milwaukee, I just don't think they can beat them. In the series.
Toronto, contender.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're contenders.
But
yeah.
we said the bar was
real.
like championship. Is this a championship team or not?
I
So,
think.
I think they can win the
That could
title.
win the title
I-
this year.
Do
Or
I
go
think
to the
that-
finals at least.
Do I think they will? No. Do I think they can? Yeah. Van Fleet has showed us he is
Oh,
for
nice.
real.
Yeah, Van Fleet is nice.
He nice.
He averaging 18 a game, man. Lowry, you know what? We gave Lowry so many knocks, whatever, but Lowry is still playing solid as hell.
Yeah, he's still solid.
Siakam, we finding out that
dog.
Siakam is still for real. And honestly, man, from a coaching perspective, I trust Nick Nurse and his stupid ass hats.
Good coach.
I really do.
Good coach, man. I just
Real shit.
that East. Is just gonna
You
be
know,
hard for him.
we'll get to who we think is going to come out, but can they do it? Yeah. Will they do it? That's another story. But can they do it? Yeah.
I don't think they beating Boston in the Eastern Finals.
Which leads me to
I don't think they beating
Which
Milwaukee in the Eastern.
Which leads me to Boston, contender, pretender.
Contender, definitely.
Yeah.
Tatum, and I mean, minus the addition of Kemba Walker, Tatum's playing his best ball.
Balling.
Tatum been going wild though
balling.
too.
Like I can't wait to see this kid just
He
you know
been
what I'm saying,
eating
just
open
blossom
season.
through the league.
Yeah.
And this
I
Kemba,
love his game too.
Kemba is a better addition via Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as a better leader. They healthy, they look good, and I mean, yeah, I can definitely see him as a contender in the East.
D.
Yeah, contender. They got depth too.
Yeah.
They got scorers all over the court.
They got great
you got
depth.
Tatum, you got Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward's healthy, Marcus Smart, he can score and he's a defender, nice two-way player. They legit.
Oh, Marcus Smart is
As long
very
as-
underrated.
As
He's
long-
just a
yeah.
ball player.
Yeah.
He just
Like,
a
we
hoop.
not
He's
looking
somebody
at
you don't ever want to
when
play
you-
against because you know you're going to have to
When
play
you're not
hard.
looking at
You know
numbers
you're
and
gonna have to
metrics or
play hard.
whatever,
just a
Marcus
hooper.
Smart is just a damn
Yeah.
good ball player.
Yeah, he is.
Rio.
Boston contender. I think they got the depth. They got the scoring. Those wings, any of them can go for 30.
I love those wings.
Any of them go for 30. Any of them. You got Kemba, who's able to still facilitate, and he can get his numbers. They all defend. They got a smart coach. The only thing that concerns me with them, though, is that 5 position. Maybe if they play like bigger teams, if they get beat up down there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think they still could make a run for the title, though.
I definitely think Boston is a contender.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The swap out of Kemba for Kyrie, I think just a better fit. Whatever. Kemba as a distributor just makes them a better team. We already talked about the wings, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I honestly love seeing them both on the court at the same time. He still got Gordon Hayward there. The depth that they have arguably is the best depth that any NBA team has in the league. And honestly, it's been some production from the front court as well. You know what? People are sleeping on Tice, man.
No, Tice nice.
Tice is nice. Tice is nice.
Tice is nice. I just worry about, it be times where Kanter can't play because of certain pick and roll defenses. It gets a little weird like that. Like, he's a
I
great
agree.
player, but they take him out because he can't defend certain possessions. That's the only thing I worry about. But other than that, they got it all, man. They got it all. They solid.
Absolutely. Philly, contender or pretender.
This the most enigmatic team in the Eastern Conference.
Hey, if that ain't facts, though.
I'm gonna say
God
pretender.
damn.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say pretender for Philly. I feel like when they lost Jimmy, that just brought them down just as a whole, just you know what I'm saying, as an NBA team. And with Ben Simmons and Embiid really not staying consistently healthy, and
That's their biggest problem.
Yeah, exactly. And I still can't see them beating any of the top 3 right now, as of Milwaukee, Toronto, or Boston in a 7-game series.
It's a great take.
So I pretenders for Philly.
Pretender. D, who you think?
Pretender. I don't believe them at all. Like I like Embiid. I like
Just fuck
Embiid.
Philly, huh?
All together.
Fuck
I like
Philly as the
Embiid.
staff
I
record
think-
label as
I
a
think-
motherfucking crew.
I like Embiid, man. I think he's a dog. He's like one of the last true centers left in the game. I think Ben Simmons is very versatile, solid player. He still got to work on his jump shot. He's starting to knock it down a little bit more. But
Yeah, he's him.
he still got to work on his jump shot. I don't know. I got high expectations for them because they do have some talent, but they just seem to be underperforming, and it's probably mainly because they can't stay healthy. But
Yeah,
I don't think they're there.
Rio.
Not right now.
This team pisses me off more. I'm explaining
He was
y'all
waiting
why.
on that.
Real
Right,
quick.
he
I'm
was waiting
gonna
on
be
this
real
shit.
quick about this shit.
Explain your frustration, young man.
The problem with these guys, man, loaded with talent. I mean, they
Yeah.
got scorers everywhere. They
Yeah.
got bigs. They got ball handlers.
I think that Tobias Harris
they got wings,
acquisition was
Tobias.
dope too.
Yeah, the fucking
Tobias, and quick segue, Tobias reminds me of a young Melo. Just
Facts.
everything he does.
Everything he does.
Everything.
inside out, mid
Facts.
range.
Mid-range. Hell yeah. but go ahead.
And the coaching is good. Brett Brown's a good coach. He come off that pop tree.
Yeah.
The problem with them niggas, man, It's not only health,
Inconsistency.
but I just feel like for some reason I just don't really think that Embiid and fucking Ben Simmons
mesh.
can play together on the court.
Bingo,
together.
Right.
bingo.
The-
Somebody
the
said it.
spacing
Somebody
is poor,
had to
the
say
spacing
it.
is piss poor to the point where it's not even Ben Simmons that can't shoot. He won't shoot the ball.
Yeah.
So now you got Joel Embiid. Man, I don't need my center to shoot 9 threes
Right,
in the game,
exactly.
bro.
Exactly. That's
Because
not
he's
his
compensating
forte.
for the fact that it ain't no outside shooting out
Exactly.
there. So that's what makes him a pretender for me because I don't know when they can put all that shit together they got over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
Is
got
JJ
it all.
playing? Is JJ?
You know, he got they
traded
shipped
him, right?
to New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The shooting
Oh,
is
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up over
JJ,
there.
yeah,
Ain't
JJ
no
Noah,
shooting.
right.
He eating,
exactly.
he eating crawfish right
Yeah,
now.
right. JJ Noah with
but-
Zion and
Sixers,
LeVar.
Sixers pretender. The Liberty Bell will remain cracked.
See,
It's the health thing for me or whatever. Embiid being a 6'9" point guard, when you got a guy that's 6'9", he start having back issues at this age or whatever. We all know from sports, you already know Montana, anybody.
Lingering injury
Back,
for Simmons,
once
man.
that back, that's a little
your career.
difficult. That's when things start to get very frustrating. Frustrating.
Because it could flare up at any point.
It could flare up at any
Yeah.
point, and it's going to stay. It's here to stay. Embiid having his knocks, whatever. When they're both out the lineup or whatever, that team is a 39-win team.
booty.
Easy.
Fucking trash.
Definitely pretender, and it's definitely health, and it's definitely their inability to mesh as far as Embiid and Simmons on the court at the same time.
That's so funny you said they're a 39-win team. With this shortened ass season that we having, they got 39 wins.
That might be all they have.
All
And they
have.
are a 6 seed, right? They like 6.
Yeah.
They're 39,
Yeah.
but really, seriously, they're 39-43 team without those two guys in there. Maybe less than that. But let's keep it moving. It's kind of silly to even ask, but of course I got to do it. Lakers contender or pretender?
Definitely contender.
Because it is some idiots out there that don't believe in them. So
Yeah, fuck them.
weirdos.
But
go ahead.
contenders to the point they're gonna win the whole thing. Like I got the Lakers. If the season starts back up, they're gonna pull it off. I don't think the Clippers in the 7 games. I still got LA. I still got the Lakers.
Which
going.
LA?
Yeah, I still got the Lakers. I still
Lakers
got the
do
Lakers.
look great.
Yeah, I mean they got Bron got a cast of people who actually play. I feel like
Facts.
you know what I'm saying. Like you got the next coming of hybrid player, big man / guard, whatever. AD. I mean you got a lot of older
and
vets
a
on
special,
there.
man. And a
Avery
special.
Bradley, Kuzma, like bearing injury, I feel like LA can win it.
D.
So
What you
definitely
think?
Yeah, he hit all the points. LA is legit. You can't. I don't think it's anybody gonna make the case that they not. You can't have Bron and like you gotta have a really piss poor team to have Bron and not be a contender.
Correct.
So I think they
Facts.
legit.
missing no
I think I like they surrounded him with some players that can complement him. The Avery Bradley, like that was a good pickup. Danny Green, like you need those type of players that's gonna knock down the open jumpers, is gonna play the defense, gonna do the dirty work and stuff on the side.
Those are some really good pickups. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So they legit. They legit.
Real.
Lakers legit. I mean, they got it. They got enough in the coaching staff. They got 3 fucking head coaches essentially on their roster. I mean, you got Lionel Hollis, Jason Kidd, Frank Vogel. I mean, all those guys have had a helm as a head coach.
I honestly thought that would be an issue or whatever, because I thought it would be an issue of
Me too
too
at
many
first,
Chiefs
I
and
did.
not enough
I did.
Indians
I
or
thought that
whatever.
too, yeah.
But it actually
It's
turned to
working
work
out
out
pretty well.
really well
Yeah,
for them,
yeah.
for their franchise.
So just understand some guys gonna have some jobs. They ain't gonna all be there next year. But
Facts.
yeah, man, I
Facts.
think they got everything it takes. You got 2 players that transcend. You got 2 top 5 guys in the league. You got guys on the team that's won championships. Guys that been to the finals in D12 and Danny Green and shit like that. So they good. They
Absolutely.
legit, man. They legit.
Absolutely, man. Lakers is a contender, man. It's not even a question or whatever. They're one of the top 2 teams in the league. LeBron is on fire. He's in fuego right now. He's been on a roll since the All-Star break. It's not much I can really say. Him and Ant, they mesh great. The basketball IQ
Crazy.
with that team is just insane.
Oh shit!
Contender.
Oh my bad,
It's not
y'all.
even. It's not even a question.
Playoff
if they are.
Rondo. We forgot to mention playoff.
Playoff
Rondo.
Rondo.
That's a
Rondo
good key
be-
to have on your team
Yeah,
in the
you
playoffs.
need-
Playoff
yeah.
Rondo.
Right.
Rondo get hurt a lot in the playoffs too, don't
That's
he?
true. But he'll give you a series though.
He'll give you a season and be out the whole series, out the whole fucking playoff.
We got two more whips to discuss, fellas, and then we gonna off the next segment. OKC contender, pretender.
Come on, man. The bar was championship. You set a high bar.
Yo.
Finals conference.
We gonna whip it around.
And then they'll make.
we gonna whip it around the other way. We're gonna go Rio.
Okay. Go ahead.
Pretender, and only because I feel like this team is young. I feel like they haven't. They're nowhere near their pinnacle. They're nowhere near their ceiling. They haven't had together. Individually, they've all had playoff moments, but they have not had the experience of being in a series, especially where they're going to be seeded. They're going to probably play potentially the Clippers or some team that's had some kind of playoff experience. And I don't know if they have the depth. They're really young, so I don't know if they can handle certain situations. But as far as like the team, they solid. But the youth is probably gonna fuck them up, I think, in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think they're there yet. They doing some nice things though, but they're not there yet. Chris Paul is having a good season. I thought he was done.
Yeah.
He's having a good
tremendous season.
Y'all catch the end of that Boston OKC game when they closed it out with the steal and the layup?
That was a great game.
My point.
With
My
Schroeder,
point bringing that up is like, in the playoffs, when stuff slow down, you know what I'm saying? I would hate to be bringing the ball up the court and get trapped by Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder.
Hey, what's crazy is, Chris Paul and Schroeder got some chemistry, man. They nice
both good.
together.
All three of them is Alexander.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Hey, that worked. They work together.
They work, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
so like
contender.
they nice, but I don't think they're
My
not
bad,
contenders
D, I ain't
yet.
mean to
No,
cut
I'm
you
just
off.
saying they're not contenders yet, but they nice.
Okay, pretender for you. Contender, OKC.
Pretender. I mean, like Rio touched on, they're a young team. Got CP over there as a vet, but overall, if the playoffs would start today, I mean, they in three-way tie with Dallas and
They
Houston.
what, 7? They 7 right now?
Fifth right now.
Fifth, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? If they was to lose, 2, I guess, or whatever, they be in 7th. And then 8th is Memphis, who's a younger team. So, I mean, it's not really like, if the playoffs start today, like, they'll be, you know what I'm saying, bottom tier team compared to everybody else. So, I give them like a few more years just to develop, bring some more people over there. Plus CP, you know, he get hurt in the playoffs anyway, so he probably won't even be in the finals.
For the
really
chip, I say definitely a pretender.
Yeah.
First of all, the resurgence of Chris Paul is amazing to watch. Whatever, 35 years old, the way he's able to carry this team or whatever. We actually thought that OKC was gonna get rid of him in the offseason or whatever. They end up keeping him. They look great. Like I said, him and Schroeder look great together on the court. Their chemistry is ridiculous. It was unexpected to see that. He's made that team better by at least 20 wins.
At least.
I know.
Nobody predicted it.
I know wins above replacement is a baseball stat, but if you use it for
basketball,
man, he would have a high WAR.
I don't know how the season gonna go, but they're on a 50-win pace, and nobody expected.
But yeah, pretender. They just don't have enough or whatever to take it to the top. But I think I can see them pissing somebody off and upsetting somebody, making it to the second round, and then like getting swept or something. Last team. Dallas, contender or pretender? Rio.
You know what I'm gonna say, man? I'm gonna say contender. I think it depends. On what matchup they
They're
have.
39-26 right now too, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it depends on what matchup they have because they have enough around Luka to offensively. They're probably like one of the best teams in the league, and they catch you on the night where they shoot your shit out, where they hit like 25 threes. You're going to have a problem. And KP in the middle, he been playing excellent ball, like 26 and 10 over the last month and a half. Mm-hmm. I think they got a chance to make a run out of that West. It's only about 4 teams that can come out of there, and I would say they probably one of the 4, man.
Ooh. Okay.
Talk.
D, what you thinking?
I think they pretenders. That's tough. It's a tough one.
That's
though.
a tough one.
It's a tough one. Like Luka's a dog. Chris Tapps, he's a dog, but I want to see more. I want to see Chris Tapps keep that up.
Keep it up.
I think they could use another piece or two to get them over the hump. I just don't.
I
don't see
agree.
them. I don't see them beating the Lakers like in the playoffs. I don't see them beating the Clippers in the playoffs. Like, I think they will have trouble with Houston in the playoffs.
Clips?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't think they can beat the Clips?
No, I don't think the Clips. You think Luke is a problem. Who else right now? Who gonna do anything with Paul George? Who gonna do anything? Got no defensive like stoppers at all. I don't think so. I don't think that.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They can score and lead without them.
Go
in
ahead.
the playoff stuff slow down. I don't think you got to get a stop. And like I don't think they're gonna do it.
Overall, I mean, they're a good team, but pretenders. I mean, they still need some time to develop. Luka, he's doing amazing, but the West is just a deep, tough conference.
As always,
that's the only reason. I mean, everybody we named in the West damn near could go to the finals and go toe to toe with any team in the East. But the West so deep, and it's been like that for damn near 2 decades. So I mean, I got the Lakers taking everything. So
real quick, I want to touch on something with y'all real quick, real brief. Wouldn't it be fucked up if they don't play no more regular season games? Imagine those teams that were like 1 or 2 games out of the AFC.
Yeah,
That would be rough.
That's gonna be
That'd be
rough.
tough. That'd be tough.
And like the seeding, like guys that are like 2 games out of like second.
Yeah,
You know what I
That'd
mean?
be tough.
But,
That'd be
but
tough, y'all.
off of a different sport, I'm feel sorry for the college students.
I do
Oh,
too.
facts.
They suspending. They not even picking the shit back up.
But
You know what I'm
like
saying?
They gotta
even deeper
graduate.
though, like they they're shutting down like the tournaments and stuff like that. But they're shutting down all large gatherings. So if you're a senior and you got graduation coming up, it's not happening.
Oh wow!
It's rough.
Anything right? Anything over
Yeah.
250 people, right?
That's tough.
It's rough, guys. It's rough. This whole situation is rough, and let's just continue to what we can do as a society. Everybody do their part. As
Do
far
your
as like we
part
said
individually,
earlier,
yes.
wash your hands.
Yes.
Be smart,
Yes.
man. You know what I'm saying? If unfortunately something does happen, please quarantine yourself. Stay away from people, especially elderly people and younger people. And let's just play our part of society to beat this, man. We all in this together.
And stop fucking fighting over toilet paper and shit, man.
I seen a
I don't
video
want to see no
today.
more videos of
That
I
was
seen a
fighting
video
over
today. It was like a
Stop
middle-aged
it,
woman
man.
and an old woman
The old
fighting
lady,
over some
and she
bread.
had a shopping
she's-
cart full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old lady
Lady,
smacked
I
her
saw
like,
that
nah,
too.
this was mine, Joe.
Stop
I know
it.
That was
one-
that was some real bozo shit.
I know one.
Yeah, it was.
I know one company who's loving this though. Amazon.
Oh, facts,
Bro,
because people in the
I'm-
house.
I'm talking everything sold out in
the stores.
Targets and Walmarts. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can't even go online and order anything. So I'm watching the news. They said I guess a big bottle of Purell
Mm-hmm.
hand sanitizer or whatever was like $30. Like regular price though. That's like regular price.
Monopolize
Right
it.
now, that's just $160.
Monopolize.
Damn.
That's crazy.
$160
Man.
for a bottle of Purell hand sanitizer. So
It's crazy
I mean,
times, yo.
soap and water.
Y'all better get y'all some
gotta,
isopropyl and pour, mix it with some water, man. Get you some
Yeah.
soap.
Hey,
Exactly.
They said
hey,
he was
nuts,
out
we
there
got
selling
shifted.
like
As long as they
homemade
don't close the liquor store,
sanitizers.
we good.
Hey, we gotta shift gears though,
Don't close
man.
Kenwood.
Please don't
Facts, please don't close Kenwood.
But real
viewers
talk,
in there.
we gotta get to it, man. We gotta educate the masses. Y'all already know we take that responsibility here at 95 very serious. So election or whatever. Let's talk Biden versus Bernie. I want to know who you guys got. You know, Super Tuesday just passed, so we're gonna go around and you know what? We haven't kicked it off with you yet. So D, who you got? You got Bernie or Biden
Man,
right
you
now?
know Bernie, my guy, man. I want to see some changes in this country, man.
I like to hear
Go
that.
out and vote for
Definitely.
Bernie, man. Bernie's my guy, man. It's hard though, cause like right now Biden is the front runner, and that's like disappointing to me. Don't get me wrong though, like whoever wins between them two, I'm gonna vote for because we gotta get Trump out of office. He's a as Bernie would say, he's an existential threat to this country.
As
We
Biden
gotta
says,
get him
a
out
terrible,
here.
terrible
Like,
knucklehead.
yeah,
dog. He's a terrible knucklehead.
Terrible. Hey, I went to see him at Grant Park the other day too. It was pretty cool.
I
Bernie.
wanted to go, man.
I was out there.
I had to
man.
go to Lamont's baby shower.
Yeah,
whatever. And
yeah.
shout out to
Shout out Mont, man.
Lamont,
Shout out
Lamont,
Mont,
Simone. Shout out, you guys did a wonderful baby shower. Thank you for having me or whatever. But yeah, I would have otherwise I would have pulled up and to Bernie's thing, whatever.
Yeah, no, I was out there with my sign and everything. Talking about what is it, us, not me, all of that, man. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, Biden is a front runner right now. He had a really good showing for Super Tuesday. He won like a lot of states across the South. He won. Well, it started with South Carolina because really Biden was like on his way out the door, but he was banking on like the older black vote in South Carolina, and they came through for him, man. They
He
came
know
through.
he's banking on guys that's middle left, older people, boomers.
For
That's
real,
what he's
like,
banking on.
black people are delivering the nomination to Biden, like older black people. Because
All
like
of
if
them
you
for
look
the
at the
info.
numbers, like
Same thing happened in 2016 with Hillary. Same thing.
Yeah.
if you
And I
look
had
at the
that
numbers
talk with
though,
Pops about it. Same thing.
if you look at the numbers, like when it comes to voters under like 40 or like under like 30,
They all feeling a burn.
80 something % vote for Bernie.
Mm-hmm.
But when you switch it and you look at voters over like 60, like 70% vote for Biden. And the problem is that, and I mean, depending on how you look at it, the problem is that younger people don't go out to vote as much as older people.
Right.
So if you can win that older vote of like 50, 60, 70s, you're in a good space because they go out and vote. They go out and vote because they must not got nothing else to do, but they go vote. Whereas younger people, you know what I'm saying, 18 to 29, 30 to 34, we don't vote as much. So, like, the electorate is smaller for that. So,
Yeah.
Bernie is winning, like, the demographics he expected to win, with the exception of black people. He's not doing as well as he should or
Let me
wanted to.
let me juxtapose this too, bro. To be honest, man, you could make a case that the Democratic Party is honestly more fractured than the RNC is, or whatever, as far as having two different waves or whatever. So you got like all the people or whatever that are really scared of like going too far left or whatever and thinking that Bernie is not going to be able to beat Trump or whatever, right? And so what they do is they'll go to Biden just as like a safe space or whatever, because they think that you got to stay center left in order to win or whatever, because they always talking about like the swing states, whatever. Talk about Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, all of those states, whatever. They have like a lot of blue collar stuff, right? But if you look at the RNC or whatever, it don't matter if they crazy far right psycho nutsos, right?
Yeah, they fall in line.
And guys that are like center right, that will damn near
They fall
vote
in line. They fall right in
vote
line.
left. They you know what? The RNC will stick together. They will stick together. And you know what? The left, they don't have that same unity or whatever. We're more fractured.
Because really,
on
I
that
think the
side or whatever
problem,
they are.
and this is a deeper conversation, but I think the problem is that we have a two-party system. But when you
But that will
when you
always be
think
the
of,
problem.
yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, you can get people in there to change it, and if you get a legit third party, then you have something else. But we have a two-party system, but when you really think about it ideologically, it's not ideal, because you do have hard right people or whatever. I don't really see too many like moderate Republicans anymore, but you have the hard right. Then you have like the moderates, and when I say the moderates, that's mainly like the Bidens, the Hillary Clinton supporters, the center left, maybe center right people.
Yeah.
And then you have the hard left liberals or progressives or whatnot. So I feel like it's really like a grave difference between those three groups of people. But when it comes to our system, you have to get all three of those groups of people into two parties.
groups.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them is gonna be fractured.
It's like pick a side.
Yeah.
Rio, who you got?
And D, I agree with. I'm just gonna touch on something D said. I think that a lot of people feel as if you got people that feel as if certain people have communism type of thinking when they think more towards the community, and then you have other people that feel like, well, you all the way over here and you don't care about the community. So I kind of see what you're saying. It's like hard to mesh the three in the two groups, because it's always gonna be some kind of disdain
Conflict.
there between the
But
two
see,
of them.
like, hold on, I forgot who I read this quote. I think it was a King quote, where basically he said that in America you have socialism for the rich and rugged individualism for the poor.
Absolutely.
Prime example, and I'm gonna go back because I'm talking over my time right now. But prime example, this week the Federal Reserve is about to issue like $1.5 trillion in loans to prop up the markets because of what's going on with the coronavirus and all the markets crashing. Right?
That's socialism.
That's socialism.
That's
right?
socialism.
People don't understand, but they're
at
so
the
scared of the
same
word
time-
socialism, communism,
Right.
whatever.
But
They don't
we-
really
but we-
don't understand.
At the same time, the idea of forgiving student loans is crazy, just like radical. But that's the same amount of
that's
money.
the
It's the
another
same amount of
1.5
money,
trillion.
and it's
Right.
honestly
Like,
going to be
how
better
you-
for the economy in the long run.
Where you allocating this money
Right.
at? That's
So-
exactly.
And it's honestly, if you do forgiveness for student loans, all it's gonna do is honestly be
Right.
better for the economy in
And
the
like
long
some
run.
people would
Because
make
all
the
you're
case-
doing is
Better
creating
for
a
me.
healthy
Some
middle
people-
class.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Some people would make the case that what the Fed is doing now is just issuing loans, whereas like if you forgive the student debt, then it's like you're taking on the debt. But at the end of the day, it's
It's
still
still
propping
debt
up the
anyway.
economy,
Yeah,
because
still
if you
propping up, yeah.
if you forgive the loans, what are people going to do?
That's
They're gonna
more money for
spend the money.
consumerism.
They're going to go invest. They're going to go buy houses. They're going to
Facts.
go like
Still
spend
putting it
it. They're
back.
going to go put
They
it
have
right
more
back in the market.
discretionary income. That's
Right.
it's silly. But my pick, I wrote. I've been a Bernie fan for a while.
Feeling the burn, bro.
And my thing is
Pause.
more so.
Pause.
You know, pause. That heavy pause. all
Heavy
caps.
pause.
My thing more so with him. I like other aspects of him, but I'm really concerned with how he's looking at the economic forecast of what's apparently going to happen in this country. He's mentioned several times that we might slip into a recession and things of that nature, and I think we need to be aware last time we weren't really aware, and it kind of just smacked us in the face. Like certain people knew, but it was like, oh shit, the recession. But I think this guy is shedding light on it. Like, okay, these are preventative measures that we can take now before shit gets out of control.
Yeah.
And I like guys that think like that. So I'm giving him the nod. Even though Biden is taking up some ground, the key to all this shit is if you didn't go vote last time, get your ass out and vote. There's no
vote.
reason that a third of the country
Vote.
should not have voted last election.
95
That's
is
out of
millennials.
control.
Go vote, guys.
That's the major point of all this right now.
You make a good point about the recession, but like last time it happened, it was like some extenuating factors with like the housing crisis and stuff that made it a way worse than it should have been.
Yeah,
but
you had
we've
literally
been
like about
we've
3
been in a
factors
bull
that
market
affected it.
since like 2009. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have like you're gonna have your ups and downs. So we may slip into a recession, but I don't think it's gonna be
We're actually
anywhere
do-
as bad as what it was.
People forget recessions are actually normal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that
getting
happens
at.
all
Part of
time.
the economic cycle or whatever. It is particular circumstances and decisions that's made by the upper tier that decides how severe a recession is going to be.
But I like more so that we're raising awareness about it.
Yeah.
This more so this time.
Than last time. Facts.
Who you got, E? Before we shift gears, who you got, bro?
Bernie Sanders. I feel like as a candidate, as a presidential candidate, he touches on a lot of subjects and things that I pertain to as a, you know what I'm saying, as an individual that I deem are important.
Yeah.
Eliminating to electoral college, that shit is bullshit.
It's got to go.
Yeah, it's got to go.
It's outdated.
It's way outdated
It's
compared to
outdated.
like what's going on right now. He wants, colleges should be free. You know what I'm saying? Like it's education. Like it makes no sense why people should go in debt. And he wants to eliminate all student debt as well. So that's probably my number one reason for voting for Bernie Sanders, because I mean, student debt is an anchor to, you know what I'm saying, just to individual in life. You know what I'm saying? If you went to college, if you took out a loan, you know what I'm saying, if you were grateful enough to pay it back, then you did, but a lot of the country wasn't. And it's a halter to future things that, you know what I'm saying, you want to do, buy a house, go on vacation. Like
Facts.
people want, half a quarter of your monthly salary for a student loan. You know what I'm saying? So by eliminating those payments or by eliminating those loans, like that could put a greater, you know what I'm saying, uplifting, you know what I'm saying, feeling to the average American. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to increase minimum wage. So just by benefiting the average American person, that's what I want my president to be.
But my
you know
thing
what I'm
quickly
saying?
before Mike
Before we
touches,
shift
'cause
gears,
Mike got to
'cause-
shift gears.
I want to get one more point in.
We got to shift gears, fellas.
No, go ahead.
No, just real quick, I just want to say the things that I feel that were the premise of why America is built. I think sometimes we don't realize like how these things can impact us, as if like, okay, it's capitalism. And object of capitalism is, to make as much money as you can, to generate as much money as you can in the country, to be able to have resources and things like that. So why in the hell wouldn't you want to eliminate some debt for the consumers so that they can stimulate the economy? That's the part that I just can't wrap my mind around. It's like certain fundamentals that you built the country on, you stray away from in regards to those type of things.
Because they want to select the winners as opposed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Facts.
They want the winner selected. We got to shift gears, guys. I believe all of us have Bernie. So everybody, Bernie? Yeah. Who's all in for Bernie? Say aye.
Aye. Let's get it,
Capital
baby.
I.
So last segment, guys, before we get out of here, let's go to music. We had some great releases, but before we get to these good
What's
releases
today?
or whatever, I got a little something for y'all that I need to ask you guys or whatever.
What happened?
So, it's 2020. It's a new decade. We grew up in an era or whatever with the Source, and with the Source, we grew up with the 5 mic system. That system has defined how we look at music, how we look at hip hop, and how we look at albums, how we rate albums. Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, Main Source, Breaking Atoms or whatever. Those albums have meant a lot to us because of what the 5 mic system has meant to us. So with it being 2020, I decided that we need to revisit substantial albums that were released in the last 20 years that didn't get 5 mics, and we need to be honest if they deserve 5 mics or not. So
That's fair.
with that being said, I'm going to dive in.
Nigga Rio
I'm going
with
to
a
ask
Swiss
you guys if these albums, looking back in retrospect, chronologically from then to now, from 2000 to now, if you guys think these albums are 5 Mike albums or not.
Right now.
First album, Locks, We Are the Streets, released January 25th, day after my birthday, 2000. That is a seminal album for me. D as well. We used to bang that in the Trans Am a lot. Smoking dirt weed or whatever. But the Locks, We Are the Streets got 4.5 mics. So Locks, We Are the Streets, looking back in 2020, is that a 5 mic album to you? E.
Definitely. And, I mean, 4.5, you might as well say 5. Like, I mean, that half shit. I mean, once you with the half, a B plus, what the fuck is that? A mics, right? Exactly. So, yeah, it's definitely 5 mic album. I mean, one of the last groups, hip hop groups that actually just put a staple into hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they're still around right now. Touch on Jada. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing dope music style, still putting out stuff chic. And just right back then, I mean, Rough Riders was one of the labels to be on. They had that sound, you know what I'm saying? Signing with Def Jam. I mean, but We Are the Streets was definitely a classic and a moment in hip hop that you just have to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna get that back.
So yes for you, 5 mics.
Most definitely.
D.
Yeah.
We Are the Streets, 5 mics.
That's like the best Locks album too. Now I think about it.
Hell
That's easily
Yeah,
like
that's the best.
Money,
That
Power,
Blood
Respect,
Pressure
man.
beat is classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
I gotta see
crazy.
what else you got on the list because that's an easy one.
Oh, man,
that's
yeah.
an easy yes.
Real,
Yeah, that's
Real quick, I'm gonna
Is
touch
We
on
Are the
that.
Streets 5 mics?
5 mics set the pace for Grammy.
And we're
rap.
all biased, by the way.
Set the pace for we definitely biased.
all
This is
four
gonna
of
be a
us are
5
biased.
mic album.
Right.
Yes.
You know, this set the pace for Grammy rap. You know what I'm saying? All of them did their thing on there. You know, I felt like Sheik was still in his prime.
And they got rid of the shiny
on
suits,
there.
man.
They got rid of the
Yeah.
suits.
Right. It was
No
right.
more
Hey,
fucking shiny
no more fucking
suits.
shiny suits. It
Oh,
set,
yeah.
it set the
Right.
tone.
Yeah.
It set the tone for who they were. They could be themselves.
That's an
on
easy
that
yes.
shit. That's
man.
an easy.
Yeah, We Are the Streets, 5 mics. One of my favorite albums of my lifetime. I don't skip a track. I be in the gym, banging a 225 or whatever. I don't skip. Easy. I don't skip
Inflation.
a track.
Inflation.
I don't skip a track on We Are the
Shameless
Streets.
plug.
It's been 20 years since the album dropped, and I don't skip a track.
He dropped that
Half the
225 so
song
quick.
was
real swift.
I'll be in there getting
Let 'em know.
Brolic.
Let them know.
Listen to murder
Banging
music.
shit out.
I don't skip a track. Production was flawless. Swiss,
Facts.
Primo, recognized. The bars was crazy. It was great for its time. It still sounds good now. Yes, 5 mics. Ghostface, Supreme Clientele got 4.5. Supreme Clientele.
Yeah, that's
Is that a 5 mics?
That was a classic when it came out. I mean, that was probably one of the top 3 Wu albums. You can arguably say top 10, top 15 hip hop albums that was to come out. So you arguably, yeah, with between the skits and the lyrics. And
I knew he was
just
gonna say the skits.
And the Woodrow bass head, like
Throw it from the roof, Susie!
That's a classic.
Throw it from the roof!
That's a classic. And if you watch the Wu-Tang show that they got out,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff from the album is in that show.
So they had a show out. That's
yeah,
what's up.
it's like on Hulu or something like that. So
D, what you think about Supreme Clientele?
Yeah, that's a yes. I think the bar was high. Like
Really
for
high.
that not to be found. Like,
Yeah.
They got
that's a-
4.5.
That bar was
That's
high.
crazy.
Like
Fire.
especially if we look at where rap went like post like since the late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
like lyrics kind of went out the window. So
Yeah.
like I think most of these albums we go over gonna be
Rio,
yeses.
Supreme. I already know your answer.
5 mics, man. The slang on there was out of this world. The
Yeah.
beats was out of this world. RZA was still cooking.
RZA was in his bag,
Yeah,
man.
he was still in his bag. Like 5 mics, man.
5 mics. I agree. Supreme definitely 5 mics. It should have got 5 mics when it came out in 2000. Why it didn't, I don't know. RZA was going crazy. Supreme is, I think, Ghost's best work, period. Nas, Lost Tapes 1 got 4.5 mics. Is that a 5 micer?
definitely a 5 mic album.
Think so?
Yeah, Lost Tapes. I mean,
Lost Tapes 1, yeah.
That's one of Nas's best work. That's outside of, you know what I'm saying, your regular
Album.
your regular albums with a. This is supposed to be like the unreleased shit or whatever, quote unquote or whatever. So for this to be an unreleased material, like it's still like a top 5.
And it flowed like
What
an
was
album.
on?
Yeah.
What was on there? What was on there?
Do-rags,
My Way.
My Way,
We Gotta Love It.
No Ideas Original.
Oh yeah.
All
Papa
that
was a
stuff.
It was a lot
player.
of shit. It was
Yeah,
a
Pop
lot
was
of,
a player,
there was a lot
yeah.
of stuff Pop was a player.
Fetus,
Blazer 50.
Blazer 50, yup.
Oh.
It was a lot of heat
Purple.
on that.
What you think, Rio?
5 mics. 5 mics simply because of the fact that if you think about it, a lot of that shit was off of shit that really was like some of that shit was off I Am.
That was supposed to be the I
And
Am.
I
It
Am
was supposed to be I Am, yeah.
I Am was a 4.5
And
mic
Nostradamus,
album.
yeah. Because
yeah.
it was going
These
to
are
be one
4
double
4.5
disc.
mic
It's going to be a
albums,
double
so
disc, yeah.
The shit flow, lyrics, beats.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, this supposed to be throwaways. And this
Yeah,
shit sound
right,
better than
exactly.
niggas' albums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, man, I got 5 mics, man.
of course.
I'm biased as Esco.
I'm
but
gonna be the contrarian. Well, go ahead.
I'm biased as Esco, but the way that album flowed was ridiculous. It sounded like a whole album in itself, and it was all throwaways and how they not Interscope, Columbia and Nas concept of that to kind of put it together and making an actual album was ridiculous. But yeah, 5 mics. D,
I'm gonna leave it at 4.5.
4.5.
Only cause like Nas got so many classics already. I can't give him another one.
That's the
Ain't
J
giving him
fan in
another
you.
one, man.
That's the J fan in you.
And I love,
Yeah.
look,
Right, that's the J.
I love I Am. Was this better than I Am?
No. But I'm an I Am
But
fan.
not-
Was it?
I'm an I Am fan.
It was
No.
written as underrated. Was it better? It was written.
It was written.
No,
No,
come
never.
on.
Was it better than not?
It was written to be
the
5
first
mics,
one?
but that's
Not
it
even
was
close
written.
now.
It was
You
written
say
to be
it was
5 mics,
written.
but that's a story.
It's a
for
dope
another-
album. It's a
Better
dope
than
album. But
It was written to be 5 mics, but that's a story for
Well,
another
we
day.
got another album he got.
We got a few more before we get out of here, yo.
Got so many
Fellas,
classics.
Yeah.
fellas, we got a few more. Kanye West, Late Registration, 4.5 mics. Is that a 5 mic album? Rio.
The reason why they gave it 4.5, and I'm gonna tell you right now,
Is it a
it's
five?
a 5 mic album for me, but it's so many skits. I think that's what distracted it
Yeah.
from getting 5. Sonically, that's his best album. He was in his
It
bag.
is, sonically,
He was
yeah.
in his bag.
I don't agree.
lyrically.
I don't agree with
You
that.
don't agree?
Production-wise?
No. Production-wise?
No.
It's not?
No.
Nah.
Ooh!
You sure?
Yeah. Nah.
No.
What you got? Beautiful Dark Fantasy?
Yeah.
You already know it.
No!
Sonically,
man, he went
as
crazy
far-
That's a 5.
on
That's
that,
a
man.
5. Only reason why I didn't get 5 was because of the skits. That's a 5 mic album.
I'm
I think it's a 5 mic album. I just
Disappointed
don't
in
think
you,
it's his
fam.
best album sonically. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but 5 mics, absolutely. 5
That's
mics,
five.
Dave?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
5.
E, five.
That's a
Hell
five.
yeah, 5. It's 5, and for me, it's Late Registration is my favorite Kanye album. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
The great features, the features themselves, the concepts or whatever.
All of them was good.
The
lyrics.
common song, and how they go into crack music and stuff. Oh
Amazing.
my
He had
goodness.
Jay and
Amazing.
Nas on the same
Man,
album.
His
What?
features
What?
were crazy.
Like, I think it's 5 mics.
And
You
it
just
was-
said it's his best album sonically. That's the only thing I don't agree with.
We got a few more, man.
Sonically, you gotta give it to my Dark Twisted. Sonically, that's when Ye started to do that
Well,
other
he
Ye.
evolved. Yeah, he
Late
he
Registration.
evolved.
Late alone, the last track alone.
It was sprinkles on Late, but I feel like on my Dark Twisted, he like pushed. He like
Two more
really pushed it.
albums, fellas. Two more
Yeah.
albums. Common B.
That was 5 mics, wasn't it?
That was 4.5.
They gave it 4.5.
Five.
They
Five.
did it dirty.
No
They
question
did it dirty.
around it.
They did it
That's
dirty.
my favorite Common album too.
That's
Yeah,
definitely five.
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Compact, 11 songs, great beats, dope lyrics. What more you want?
What
Yeah.
more do you want?
Testify. Come on, man.
Two more albums. Little Brother, Minstrel Show, 4.5.
5.
That's 5.
That's
Rob.
That's 5.
That's
man.
five.
4.5 is might as well be 5. Like any album that's 4.5 in the source is a 5 mic album, regardless if you,
Right.
regardless if you revisit it or not. Like this shit.
And
is
quickly,
5 mic.
let's not forget, 05 had some real bangers. And it
05
stood
was a
right
great
up,
year for
it
hip
stood
hop.
right up
05
there
was
with
a
all
great year.
those albums. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
Little
And
Brother.
speaking of
Five.
05, Young Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101.
yes.
That's a classic.
That's 5.
That's a classic.
Why did they
That's
get
6.
4.5? I have no clue.
That's a
He set the trap rap
That's
tone.
a 6, man. Yeah, he changed it. He changed the
Jeezy
sound.
changed the game.
101 is classic.
And-
Even Jay says classic.
And that's
Who
it.
happened to be on the album.
Exactly.
Yeah. we definitely gonna do that conversation again. Revisit some albums that need to be 5 micers. We got the crew back together. We bang of an episode.
Gang.
Episode 6 is coming soon. I got my nephew Nico. We're gonna be doing new school, newer school. I know you remember the new school, old school with me and Pops or whatever, but now I got the nephew coming in, new school, newer school. He's gonna hip us millennials to what the post millennials are doing. So be on the lookout for episode 6. It'll be dropping in 2 weeks. My crazy ass mom say, "You never shot my ass out" or whatever. So I just want to say shout out to my beautiful
What's
mother.
up, Mom?
Shout out to my beautiful mother,
Yo,
Fran
what's up,
Bonds.
Mom?
Ma,
Mama
I love
Bonds.
you. real?
Every time Mama hugged me, she cried. Every time.
She cried all the time, G.
She cried. Every time she hugged me, she cried. She was like, "Oh my God, I miss you." I'm like, "It's all right, Mama."
Your
So,
moms.
I'll be back next week.
Every time I'm at this man's house, she feed me.
That's what I was gonna say.
I
Yeah.
could be full
Yeah.
from wherever I was at. She say, "Boy, you gonna eat." All
And
right,
shout out to y'all moms as well. Y'all
Yeah, shout
moms
out
is
to
my
my
moms
OG.
too.
Shout out to my OG.
Y'all know we've been doing this for 20 plus whatever. So we want to say be on the lookout. Episode 6 will be out 2 weeks. You already know we're gonna keep it going, keep the movement going. You already know 95 to infinity. We out.
Yo.
Peace.
Peace.